Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the Pacific Coast Highway. More specifically, we're in Guadalupe, California. And even more specifically than that, we're here at the Dune Center. And this is interesting. This is a visitor center for the local dunes. But there's also something very special about these dunes, and that is they have excavated Egyptian artifacts. Well, almost. In the 1920s, director Cecil B. DeMille directed the Ten Commandments, the 1920s version of the Ten Commandments. And it was filmed here in this area at the dunes. And it was one of the most massive sets built at the time. He built a recreation of ancient Egypt on which he filmed his movie. And when they were done filming, they had this giant set and they didn't know what to do with it. So instead of breaking it down, carefully bringing it back to Hollywood, they simply buried it right in the dunes. And it sat beneath the sand for 70 years. And then it was discovered, and they've continued to excavate and find basically Egyptian artifacts from the 1920s, not from Egypt, but kind of interesting to have pieces of ancient Egypt unearthed here in California. Now, I believe they have some of the artifacts in there, so please follow me. Yeah, it almost looks just like a residential home, but it says that they are open. Come in, we're open. We start out by talking about the dunes themselves and the history of the dunes. Over here we have sand from all over the world. From Africa, Asia, Europe, North America. This is the United States East, Pensacola, Florida. These are all collected by different people. I guess donated to the museum. Scarborough, Maine. Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. It was up in Maine. Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. This is from Georgia. Yeah, Jen's gonna have to work hard on her sand collection. Maybe it'll be like this someday. It's from Israel. Over here we have a sea otter skeleton. They're even adorable without their skin and muscles. I guess this is a fork for clam digging. These are different stone tools used by the indigenous people. These are called drift balls, since they're created when a stream empties into the ocean. This is a steer skull. It's talking there about how the cattle industry was huge in California. At some point they found this cow skull. And have some local wildlife in here. Some local fish. Here we have some crustaceans. Not sure exactly what these are. They look like little blue crawfish. And here we go. Here are the sets from the Ten Commandments. And you can see the picture there, what this looked like when it was all set up for the movie. And it looks like they have unearthed the majority of a Sphynx. So this is like the torso and arm of the Sphynx. You can see it's be like the hind leg there. And look at this. This full head, this full Sphynx head. It's pretty insane. That thing is enormous. This thing is probably 6-7 feet tall. And look, I mean, look at this. So you see how big this Sphynx is. You can see there's just rows and rows of these sphinxes right here. So just, yeah, for some scale, like that is so big. And there are so many. So this truly was a massive set. Yeah, I mean, look at me with the Sphynx head. This is not just a tiny little head. This is a towering, almost full-size Sphynx. And they just said they had 21 of these full Sphynxes. That is absolutely crazy. There's the Sphynx's paw. And they don't know what this is exactly. Oh, and you can see like the foam inside, like foam and plaster. That's what it's made out of. They have post-it notes. You can make a suggestion on what do you think that could be. It's like a puzzle, putting together these giant sculptures. This is really amazing. It's another Sphynx face, and again, look at that shot right there. So you can see that full size. And they said there was 21 of these, and you can see just how big it is compared to those people. Here's some smaller items excavated from the site. You've got, this is a workman's glove. That's part of a film canister there. That would have been used filming. Got different bits of clothing and some actual Roman coins. I guess they had some actual Roman coins on set to use as money. Yeah, it talks here about whether or not this is genuine archaeology. Archaeology is normally about studying, ancient cultures, but in some ways it is genuine archaeology because we are learning about the the early days of Hollywood and how things worked. Yeah, I think it gives a pretty fascinating look back to those early days. So this place is absolutely amazing. This is a true hidden gem here, right along California 1. Just you can get up close and see those old movie sets, and just to think they were buried in the sand for 70 years. But I think now we're actually going to head down and see the site, go down to the dunes. Oh wow, out here driving on the dunes. Yeah, pretty remarkable here. You can definitely see how they picked this to use as ancient Egypt, the sandy desert landscape. Then here, it's where the desert meets the ocean. See the bulldozer there, cleaning up the beach, getting rid of the sand piles. Set on a sign they have to close down once a week to clear the roads of sand. Now the docent at the museum was explaining to me that they've actually filmed quite a few movies out here on the dunes. The one I found really interesting is Pirates of the Caribbean 3. The dunes actually served as Davy Jones's locker. So the scene where all the stones turn to crabs and carry the black pearl over the sand dunes, that was actually filmed here. Again, you can see the giant piles of kelp washed up on the beach. A peek at life beneath the sea. Oh, those waves make me nervous. That big wave rolling in. And there's the actual excavation site. It says they're actually currently excavating another Sphynx. You can see, bits and pieces of like plaster down the hill. But yeah, that's where they're digging up the Egyptian artifacts. And we have landed in Solvang, California, the Danish capital of America. Now, this was originally started as a Danish community that wanted to migrate out of the Midwest, where most Danish people had originally migrated. They wanted the nice warm weather of California. Nowadays, most people here are not of Danish descent, but it has still become a wonderful little tourist town here in California, a little slice of Denmark here in the USA. You can see the use of Danish architecture here, and this big windmill right here in the center of town. And it looks like the windmill here is actually a gift shop. It's called the Right Gift, and oh, look what we have here right outside the entrance. We can get our pressed pennies right off the bat. You've got the windmill here. You've got the Welcome to Solvang sign. Looks like a Viking helmet and sword and shield. And then a little Danish girl. And we got quarter penny. And there we go. 4 wonderfully pressed Danish pennies. But we will take a peek inside the gift shop here. You can see right there, Solvang, Danish capital of America, with some clogs, some tulips. When the original crock, the clog, you have the wooden variety there. And this is not wood. This is a little more squishy, probably a little more comfortable. I put these on once, and they really hurt my feet. Or these Viking hats, complete with the braids. Little windmill, snow globe there. Let's make it snow here in Solvang. These beer steins with Vikings on them. What's this? Is this like a lion? Yeah, I think that's a lion. The t-shirts here with the Vikings. And it's about time for lunch, so I figure we get some authentic Danish food here at the Red Viking restaurant. And we got the seat here, right next to the window. Look at that, the Viking placemat. Okay, so this is a little different. This is a open-faced liver pate sandwich. I almost got the pickled herring, but this sounded a little bit better. So you have a piece of bread. Look, it's got some sort of sauce on it. You got lettuce. You got the liver pate. It looks like pickles or cucumbers, mushrooms, and fried onions, served with an orange, potato salad, and a bean. Yeah, and this is all served cold. I guess so. I guess we'll just dig in. Let me just try some of that liver by itself. So that's good. I'm a fan of liver. Thought this would be an interesting thing to try. Okay, we got a little bit of everything there. The bread, the mushroom, the liver, the lettuce. I think it's pretty delicious. I'm a big fan of liver. Big fan of liver spread for crackers. So I think this is delicious. I'm not sure what the sauce on the bread is. That doesn't really taste like anything. Let me try some of this potato salad. That's decent. Got a little bit of flavor to it. Yeah, pretty good meal here. Yeah, it's deliciously layered here. You got the savory layer of liver, kind of the tangy pickles there. Very, very good. It goes good with the potato salad. I'm now an official member of the Danish Clean Plate Club. Next to the Red Viking, we have the Danish Mill Bakery. And look at here in the window. You can see the animatronic bakers hard at work. Rolling the dough and spreading frosting. This one's kneading the dough. And look at that. Is that a little mouse? Stepped inside and there is a larger animatronic here. This is Arvid Petersen, the founder of the Danish Mill Bakery. It's like he's supervising the work here of his smaller animatronic friends. And what do they have at a Danish bakery? Danishes, of course. I decided to sit down and enjoy a cinnamon cherry Danish. A freshly baked, authentic Danish from the Danish capital of America, Solvang, California. Let's get a big bite here of the Danish. There we go. Now that is what I call a Danish. And it says here in the Copenhagen house, we have the Solvang Amber and Viking Museum. Oh, and that's right. Legos. Legos are Danish. The House of Amber here where they sell amber jewelry. And it looks like if you want some with bugs in it, it's gonna cost you. All right, we paid $10 admission and we're gonna head into the Viking Museum. It talks here about Viking discovery of America. And while they didn't discover America, they were the first Europeans to come to America way before Christopher Columbus arrived in 1000 AD. Leif Erikson sets foot in America. This book here says it was the first book to mention the discovery of America, which the Vikings called Vinland. And this is a Viking sunstone, which they would use for navigation by tracking the direction of the sun. The statue here of Holgar the Dane. See here the model of a Viking ship. See all the Vikings getting ready to plunder. And all these dresses here, all these outfits, are from the TV show Vikings, which I have never actually seen. I know Jen had mentioned that she had watched it. And this outfit here was worn by Nicole Kidman in the movie The Northman. And this is the famed Viking king Ragnar Lothbrok. This guy here is Sven Forkbeard. His beard kind of forks there with the two braids. Said he was a Danish king and also a ruthless Viking who would raid and plunder. Oh, look at his skull tattoo there. And here is a Viking-style boat. This is known as the Snorri, S-N-O-R-R-I. It looks like they're having a bit of a Viking funeral in there. You see the Viking put to rest as his brethren look on sadly. Oh wait, Ragnar just started talking. He's an animatronic.
I'm sitting at the table next to the gods in Valhalla because of my deeds. They all written down in the saga of Ragnarokbrok, or what we in Old Norse call Ragnars Zaka Lotbroka. I was born sometime in the 800s in Denmark. I was married 3 times.
3 times?
First to the shield maiden, Lakata, next to Tora Bokahyot, and last to Aslaug Sigurd's daughter.
These are movie props from the Northmen. The axe there, the runes. This is the first Christian church in North America. It's actually built by Vikings. The Viking cross. Oh, we've entered the amber part of the museum. This is the Museum of Vikings and Amber. Of course, I think in pop culture, when you think about amber, you think about Jurassic Park, where they used amber. The whole idea was the bugs were stuck in the amber, and they would actually take the DNA from the bugs, which had dinosaur blood in them, because the mosquitoes would like sting dinosaurs, and then they would recreate dinosaurs. But look at this. This is actually a lizard preserved in amber. That's pretty insane. Yeah, you can see insects in some of those. Those are ripe for dinosaur creation. Now, this is amber from Denmark. So apparently Denmark known for their amber. So there is definitely a connection here. Here's amber from all over the world. Tying it all together here, we have the exhibit on Vikings and amber. So they would wear amber. Yeah, there's some very old Viking items here. A authentic Viking key. This is a textile fragment. A brush or comb made out of bone. And look at this amber head here. The Danish made of Solvang. And on the other side of the gift shop here, we have the other half of the Viking Museum. Looks like it's in an old bank vault. We head right through this Viking face. Oh, wow. It's Odin.
Fear the power of the old gods.
I do fear the power of the old gods. Wow. It says Odin's the most powerful wizard of the Norse gods. In addition to Odin back here, we have these fascinating looking figures. Apparently these are called Volar and are magic practitioners. Wow. This scene, I guess, is based on a Volar burial. So the Volar practitioners have buried this woman, and it talks about these special burials here, where it says a woman believed to be someone important was found buried on an old cart. Yeah, very haunting scene here. And this is a berserker. The berserker warriors would fight naked, I guess with animal heads, and it said that they were basically completely feral and vicious, saying they would even like bite on their own shields. They were just like fought like complete madmen and were apparently absolutely terrifying in battle. There's some creepy heads in here. This one talks about how they have been using DNA to track Viking lineage through their remains. And this is another prop from the Northmen. This is Mimir's head. Wow, that is terrifying. Some Viking swords. See how rusted these ones have become. And it says when a Viking would die, they would actually destroy their sword or their spear, so they would kill them by folding them so that they could not be used, they wouldn't be stolen. And they said that may have believed that you actually had to kill the sword in the real world so that its owner could have it in the afterlife. So our Viking burial urns that would hold cremated remains of Vikings. Oh, what is this? It is a skull with flaming eyes. Oh, this represents the journey to Valhalla. Oh, where'd the flames go? What's happening? Oh, there we go. Now it's got eyeballs. Oh, the boat there, taking the Viking to the afterlife. This is pretty fun. Oh, they show a battle taking place. Oh no! The poor skull just took an axe to the head. I'm sorry, buddy. As we step out back into the gift shop, there's this giant rabbit-like creature. This is the Optimist. Oh, there's a little Viking Optimist as well. And we have another windmill over here. This one is an ice cream parlor. And there it is, Solvang, Danish capital of America. Over here in the park, we have a statue of Hans Christian Andersen, the Danish author, probably most famous for writing The Little Mermaid. And it says that this bookstore, the Book Loft, actually contains a Hans Christian Andersen museum. The EM rule is in full effect. I guess we head upstairs to see the Hans Christian Andersen room. And there we have another version of the statue we just saw in the park. Here he is telling stories to children at the park. This kid's not paying attention. And then there is a Hans Christian Andersen clock, where he's in the middle, and all his fairy tales are on the outside. A replica of his boyhood home. You can peek inside. And there is different versions of The Little Mermaid, including the Disney adaptation. Oh yeah, he also wrote The Snow Queen, which morphed into Disney's Frozen. You know, all these bookshelves here packed with his stories, his different fairy tales. It says this is what he brought when he was traveling: his chest, his umbrella, and his top hat. And apparently he was really scared of house fires, so he always kept a rope with him so that he could use it to escape from fires. Little shadow box there of the princess and the pea. She was so sensitive that had to sleep on all these different mattresses so she couldn't feel the pee in the bed. So yeah, a lot of these fairy tales, you know, that get repeated were just written by Hans Christian Andersen. Almost crazy to think, you know, these are such classic tales and stories that one person just sat down and wrote it. And speaking of Hans Christian Andersen, here is the Little Mermaid statue. This is based on a statue in Denmark. And as you see, she is a very little mermaid. Very little. Big rock, little tiny mermaid. And it looks like she doesn't have a fit. Oh, does she has two legs? Let me see. I'm investigating here. Okay, she has two legs, but her feet have fins. So a different interpretation of how a mermaid's anatomy works. And they're building something here. Looks like a little Danish village. Look at this, we even got another windmill coming up. Interesting. I'm not sure what this will become. Now there is something I wanted to check out here at the California Nature Art Museum. Unfortunately, it is closed today, but I believe, yeah, you can see it right here, it is closed. I believe I still might be able to get a peek. And here it is. You actually can see it in this front tower here. If we peek in the window, we have a Thomas Dambo troll, which only makes sense. It only makes sense. Thomas Dambo himself is Danish. Only fits that he would make one of his famous trolls here. Of course, I've been all over the country trying to track down all of Thomas Dambo's trolls. This is a rare indoor troll, but I'm glad that even though it is indoors, you can still see it at all hours. Yeah, this particular troll is named Lulu Heiglick. Her backstory is that she comes from Denmark, and she swam all the way across the ocean because she smelled delicious pastries that reminded her of home, and came here to the town of Solvang to partake in the pastries. So you can tell she's hungry because she has that giant tongue hanging out. And sorry, Lulu, I'd love to come inside and meet you, but this museum keeps funny hours. There's another windmill. There certainly is a lot of windmills here at Solvang. Copenhagen Teas and Gifts here says that they have some precious pressed pennies inside. Oh yeah, we have a completely new set of Solvang pressed pennies. Quarter penny. And 4 more Solvang pennies for the collection. And out here in front of the Solvang shoe store, we have a giant clog. I could probably put my entire head in that clog. Yeah, I could put my head in there.
Where the elk and the buffalo was, that was like $11.99 a pack. Yeah. $11.99.
Before we leave Solvang, I had to stop here. Ostrich Land, USA. It says, feed this bad boy. Yes, please. Let's head inside Ostrich Land. All right, we have entered the ostrich viewing area. It was $7 to get in, and an extra $1 for a bowl here. They got a handle on it. Now look at this. We got a whole field full of ostriches out here. All right, so Mr. Ostrich, it says that you do like to peck, but I assume you like eating. Oh, you're trying to pull that bowl away from me. I know your tricks. I'm gonna hold on to that bowl tightly, and you can have a bit of ostrich food. I wonder if they have ostriches in Denmark. Oh my gosh, look at this one here. There's like an ostrich party over here. Big guy, you want a little bit? Oh my gosh. All right. That's a lot of fun. We got some emus over here. Hey there, emu. I brought you some food. Oh yeah. Emus like to share. Yeah, these guys are basically dinosaurs. Are you guys growling? They made like a crazy growling sound. Well, that's a lot of emus. I'm intimidated. But here, you guys can have a little bit. And look at this ostrich here, just sitting on their backwards knees. Oh, I see you peeking your head up there. They're an ostrich? Very. You're tall. There's some ostrich feeding platforms up here. Oh, here he comes. Oh, hey! Hey, eat the food! Don't steal the bowl! Come on! Are you gonna eat it, or are you just gonna try to steal the bowl? There's food in there. It's incredibly aggressive. I think you got it all. There's no more left. Hey!
Looks like a dinosaur. Alex, looks like a dinosaur.
Hey there, ostrich cat. And as we exit through the gift shop, they have ostrich-based souvenirs. You can get a painted ostrich egg. There's the official Ostrich Land USA t-shirt. Take home your own plushy ostrich or emu. Some ostrich feathers. It's like a lamp made of ostrich feathers and an ostrich egg. Oh, look up there. There's different autographed ostrich eggs. Oh, and look at this. An ostrich on a bicycle. And there's Ostrich Cat in the basket. We just met Ostrich Cat. Although apparently Ostrich Cat's name is Piper, according to the name tag. Yes, Ostrich Land. Ostrich Land press pennies. You got ostriches, you got emus, you got ostrich face, peace, love, and ostriches. Quarter penny. Let's crank out an ostrich. And 4 ostrich pennies for the collection. And of course, if you ever want your own Carpetbagger press penny, just check down below in the Etsy shop. And that was indeed a lot of fun. We stopped out here on Pismo Beach to say goodnight to the Pacific Ocean. So we'll head down these stairs. Interesting coastline down here. The white color, these cliffs. So it's like this is another beach where you have different access depending on the time of the day. See the tide. Guess we can walk. Okay, so we can walk around here. This corner here. Worried the tide's gonna come get me. I think the tide is actually going down. So I think we are safe. Look at this over here. This super creepy sea cave. Now this potentially could be super dangerous because if you go in the cave during low tide and then this fills up with seawater and you see the ground is all wet, then you could theoretically get trapped in here. Yeah, this thought is scary, to get trapped in a cave because of the tides, but still some beautiful terrain out here on Pismo Beach. Oh, there's smaller caves here. Look at this cave. Looks like they had bricked this up. Again, probably safety concerns that people could get trapped in here. Looks like maybe they filled it in to keep people out. Yeah, look at the stark white color. This is really like nothing I've seen. It looks like we can't go much further this way because of the water. You can see the water actually coming out here from this cave. Actually, I think it's shallow enough where I can skitter across. Oh, look at that. Got a little crab. Hey, little crabby. Yeah, you definitely don't want to walk on this with no shoes. It's covered in barnacles. Yeah, one thing I'm learning about the Pacific coast is depending on what time of day, it's like a completely different beach. You come out here at certain times in these caves, you probably have no access whatsoever. From the looks of it, the water comes right up into the caves. It's coming up around me right now. Comes up into the caves, and then at low tide it comes back and opens the caves up. I hope I'm not getting trapped right now. Yeah, see, look at this. The ground that I just walked over is now ankle deep in water. So it looks like, yeah, the waves push the water up into the caves, and then the water slowly washes back out. And hopefully maybe this will get ease up in a moment and I can run back across to the other side. Oh! It just crumbled. Part of the cliff just crumbled. Yeah, this rock just fell. This rock from the cliff just fell. That's pretty scary too. Man, there are some scary beaches here on the Pacific Ocean. All right, I think we can get back. I think I can get back across right now. All right, and we are safe. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. I gotta get around this corner here. I thought the tides were going down. But, oh no. They just keep, the waves, they just keep coming. Ugh. Maybe? No, here they come. Here they come. All right. So maybe while that's going back down. Oh my God. Where do I go? I don't want to get my shoes wet. Really, I'm safe. I just don't want to get my shoes wet. Oh, and I'm walking through water. I tell you, the beaches, they're unpredictable. They change minute by minute. Look at that bird there. Is that a... I could be crazy, but I think that's a California condor. And I did just check the tides online. So this is not neither high tide nor low tide. This looks like it's right about in the middle. So this is kind of like middle tide. So even with the middle tide, it's hard to get around in some of those areas. Oh, there's that bird again. Is that a condor? It's got like a red head, like a vulture. So according to Google, it does look like theoretically we could be in the range of where the California condors live. Again, I'm just fascinated by them because they're one of the species that came the closest to extinction while then being repopulated. I really think it was. It had like a red head, like a vulture. It had that big wingspan. I think I saw one, and I'm really excited if I did see one because I've been waiting my whole life to see one. All right, time to head back up these stairs. And we have landed in San Luis Obispo at the Madonna Inn, a legendary hotel built here in the 1950s. And every single room is completely unique. Every room has its own theme, its own motif, and apparently they're very bright and interesting. And I am going to be staying here tonight. It's kind of been on my to-do list for some time, and I decided tonight I needed to stop in and stay at the Madonna Inn. It is a fixture here on the Pacific Coast Highway, and I figured if I was going to do it, now would be the time. So let's go check in to the Madonna Inn. It looks like this is where you check in at. It says registration down here. See here in the window, this elaborately dressed mannequin. All right, just check in. And you see here, they have postcards for every different room. Each room is completely unique in its design. They'll have names. This is the time of your life. There's the desert sands. Okay, to get to my room, he said to drive under the hotel here. And just look at this place. This is insane. Oh my goodness. The big circular rooms, the big circular staircases. You can see the oddly colored stained glass up there at the top. Yeah, it's almost like a maze here. I'm trying to find my room. Let's see. I think we go around to to the side here. Okay, I think we head up this windy path here. Oh, okay. We're in room 205. Okay, we're not in the American home room. So head up this staircase. And let's do our grand reveal here. We have the buffalo room. All right. The buffalo room. So we hit the lights, and here we are. This is our room for the evening. Let's take this in. We got the wooden bed, the wooden frame for the bed. We've got, of course, we have a buffalo head, and some pictures of Native Americans. Looks like some cozy buffalo hide chairs to relax in. Wow. So still just kind of taking it in here. Love the buffalo. I didn't notice at first, but this lamp is also a quiver of arrows being held up by a deer antler. You gotta love that that wallpaper there. Those look like ostrich feathers. What do you think? Oh, and they have like the popcorn ceiling there with glitter mixed in to the ceiling. Some antlers there on the light. I guess this is where I'll be editing my video tonight, this video. And got our nice little pink ice bucket there. We've got complimentary water bottle. Oh, look at this. There's another light there. And show you guys the bathroom here. Here we go. We got the walk-in shower. The buffaloes emblazoned in the shower. There's buffaloes on the floor too. Buffaloes almost everywhere. Some antlers, a lot of antlers in addition to the buffaloes. Got the Madonna Inn. Madonna Inn soap cake. And then this very luxurious toilet. This actually has heated seats. Very warm. And it's got a bidet on there. I don't like bidets. You either get rear cleaning or front cleansing. Oh, and it's got a built-in dryer. I don't know. That kind of terrifies me, the thought of having a car wash on my bottom. No, I do not love these. I've had bad experiences. So this is a double-sided please do not disturb sign. So it says please do not disturb on one side. Service please clean the room. Now, in practice, this seems like a great idea. Actually, it seems like a wonderful idea. Leave me alone, or I'm not here, so clean the room. Unfortunately, almost nowhere uses these. So it's almost always just please not disturb. But occasionally, and I mean every once in a blue moon, you'll get one that's double-sided. But you're so used to the one-sided ones that you can throw up the service please. That happened to me at a hotel. I put one out. I thought I was safe to be left alone, but I accidentally put out the service please one, and someone just walked into my room. And I was like, oh, the sign's hanging. And then they had pointed out to me that I hung the sign wrong. So again, I love the idea of this, but because it's not universal, it's easy to forget. So you're so used to just throwing the do not disturb sign out to stop people from coming in. But you got to be careful because this one's got two sides. You could be thinking that you're asking not to be disturbed, but really you're just inviting disruption into your life. But yeah, this is a big deal for me. It's I remember stopping here just to see it years and years ago. One of the first times I came to California, I saw this and wasn't able to stay then. And it's not inexpensive to stay here. So I made a judgment call, and I'm like, just pull the Band-Aid off. I'm gonna stay a night at the Madonna Inn. And I chose this room. There's a few other choices. There's upgrade rooms. Like each room has its own price. So there's some rooms that have like rock walls and fixtures and things like that. But this one, I don't know. This one, something about this one spoke to me. The buffalo room. I said, I'm gonna stay in the buffalo. I'm gonna stay in a room where a buffalo can watch me sleep. I think we're gonna actually walk down to the restaurant. There's restaurants and shops here, and maybe get a little dinner. This is the pool is back this way. Wanted to get a look at the pool. Oh, look at this. Pool's got a pink gate. Oh wow, look at this. There's a waterfall over here next to this little gazebo area. Oh, look at this big ball of colorful rocks here in the gazebo. This place is so interesting. Man, look at that view from the pool area. Yeah, just check out the view from over here. Absolutely gorgeous. So here's where the restaurants and shops are. It says, welcome to Madonna Inn. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's amazing. Look at this fireplace here. Absolutely massive. And look at this doll here hanging from the tree. Okay, it says there are shops up these stairs here. Now looking down at that pink restaurant, may need to try to see if we can get a table here. So here is the Madonna Inn gift shop. Yeah, every room here is interesting. Cool. You know, they sell different clothing, a lot of pink clothing. There's a t-shirt. And here's those postcards of every room. Let's see. Here's our room. The buffalo room. Lots of pink merch. The coffee cups. And here is a Christmas ornament of the entire area down here. See if we can get a table for dinner. All right. We'll be right here. And yeah, just sitting from my seat here, this place is absolutely fantastic. So this is Alex Madonna's Gold Rush Steakhouse. Looks like a lot of good options here. Brought me a little platter of yummy things to snack on. Cheese, salami, and some pickled vegetables. Yeah, cherry pepper. Let's go. This tree in the center. You see there's cherubs floating above our heads. A little bit of tomato basil soup. Very good. And here is my entree. I got the swordfish steak. So we got some asparagus there and a baked potato. This looks really good. You know, I'm not sure if I've ever had swordfish before. Let's give this a try. A little bit of a sauce there. That is delightful. Absolutely wonderful. Asparagus. Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, that was absolutely delicious. Everything was amazing. I really like the swordfish. It's like a really meaty fish, but it's a really good taste. Asparagus was good. The baked potato was amazing as well. Yeah, this is a major thumbs up. Here in the back of the dining room, there is a dance floor. Look at that, they got a piano on the stage. Yeah, this place is something else. And there's a bust of Alex Madonna, the man that created this wonderful place. Okay, this is the bathroom. And I checked to make sure no one was in here. But look at this. The Sphynx are giant man-eating clams. I don't know what this is. Is this a waterfall that you pee into? Let's see if there's like a little sensor there. I don't know what it senses. These are just normal toilets, but yeah, this bathroom is crazy. Especially the giant waterfall you pee into. Okay, I figured it out. If you stand here and block the sensor for an extended period of time, the water starts flowing even more. So you can pee in it. And look at this. A Madonna Inn pressed penny machine. You have the flowers there. That's the seal. And then we have Cupid. And it is quarter penny. And then pick our design. And there is a full set of Madonna Inn pennies. The Madonna Inn. Truly a magical place. I feel like I am getting an opportunity to stay at and eat at the House on the Rock. Give me those really strong House on the Rock vibes. And House on the Rock, one of my favorite places on this entire planet. So this is a truly magical place. I don't know how many more opportunities I will have to come here and enjoy it, but man, everything is just has such a unique vibe to it. It's such a unique place, such a unique feel to it. Man, let me sit down on one of these fuzzy buffalo chairs. All right. Oh, there we go. Nice and fuzzy, nice and cozy. I think this might be real buffalo fur. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But wow, yeah, this place is amazing. Like I said, I've been wanting to come here for years. I've been wanting to stay here for years. I splurged, and I'm really excited about being able to stay the night here. Although tomorrow we're gonna get back up and headed out on that long, lonesome Pacific highway. Got a lot of adventure between here and the end of the road. And I appreciate you guys coming with me. I appreciate, especially those of you who tune in every day and follow my adventures. That means the absolute world to me. So thank you so much. It's been an amazing day. Not only have we experienced the magic of the Madonna Inn, we also saw where they buried massive sphinxes in the California desert, a buried Egyptian city in California. Saw some more natural beauty. The dunes themselves, Pismo Beach was beautiful, even with its slightly terrifying caves. And I think I saw a California condor. I'm calling on all bird experts to let me know if that was a California condor. Oh yeah, went to Solvang, California for the first time, and I loved it. It was I always love when I like get to discover a tourist town for the first time that I've never been to. So a lot of fun there. The Viking Museum, the food, super interesting and good. And it's been a great day. It's been a great day. You know, we struggled a little bit. I struggled at the beginning of this trip. Had a camera destroyed. Had footage destroyed. Kind of put me in a bad mood. But man, how can I complain? How can I complain when there's days like this in my life? Thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this. It's absolutely awesome. Um, you know, if you're new here, I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. If you like the videos, consider subscribing. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff, like I just mentioned. And if you'd like to help the channel in other ways, consider Patreon, $3 or more a month, and I will send you a postcard every month. If you'd like a souvenir, you know, we got a lot of pressed pennies today. If you want to get a pressed penny with my face on it, you can go down to the Etsy shop. Also, we have motel key fobs, enamel pins, lots of fun stuff down there in the Etsy shop. And also doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you'd like to receive a message from me to send to a friend, a family member, or just to yourself, you can do that below. And all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat on the ocean, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.